Okay, someone has spotted us. New objective to reach the refuge.
Not exactly welcoming. I'd better find a way to the refuge. No one here. Hardly surprising. Thanks, but no thanks. Ah, how nice.
Okay, we don't need to look at that. The tram map.
The refuge must have been a popular destination for vacationers.
Okay, and that's all that's here, so we'll head out this way.
It's so beautiful, so calm. But what am I doing here? Well, they say bad things come in threes. First Mother's death, then poor Katusha, and now Oscar. I can't believe I've lost him again. Am I doomed or what? Thank goodness I've still got the girl in the painting. Something to hang my hopes on. But maybe I'm just kidding myself. And why me? Why not Katusha? Why did she have to die? It's like this painting has chosen me. Oh, it's a beautiful place. Don't know what I expect to find here, though. Yet somehow it feels right. Can't say why. I mean, why am I so sure this mountain refuge has anything to do with the painting? Maybe I'm just a hopeless optimist. Or a lost dreamer. I guess there's only one way to find out. Herr Müller was right. It's quite a walk to the refuge. Well, I guess the sooner I head out, the sooner I get there.
Okay, Silberspiegel, 7.5 kilometers, so it is quite the journey. So there's not too much to do here. There's just a couple of spots that we can
Bit too
look
close
out.
to the edge, if you ask me. I should find a safer spot. Wow, what a fantastic view. I should try and find a better spot to admire it from. I better be careful here. Too many fallen trees and wobbly rocks for my liking. What the hell was that?
So we can take a quick look at the memorial before we continue on. It's just up here on the left side.
Now, what do we have here? In memory of all mountain resistance fighters.
And someone has been here recently as well. There's the remains of a cigar, still burning.
Too bad I can't take a break. That would have been a nice place to sit for a minute. Looks like all sorts of wild animals live in these mountains. Hiking tips? Thanks, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Okay, pay attention to the weather, be equipped, choose safe routes, use map and compass, don't be ashamed to turn back. Okay, all the basic stuff. Let's keep going.
Well, that was one heck of a walk. Oh, come on. A ladder now? Okay, let's just do this. Pretty sure there must be another way. Oh. Finally. Oh.
Okay, let's take a look.
That must provide energy to the refuge.
And this is going to be a fairly long section. We will be exploring this refuge in both the present time with Kate Walker and in the past with Dana Rose. Let's head up the steps and see who's here.
I've seen that before. That must be it.
Compare the painting with the landscape. Different points here. Let's take a look and see what we can find. We've got these two peaks here.
Okay, let's see if I can find a match with the painting now.
Sharp peaks. I'm pretty sure that's in the painting. Just over...
Those sharp peaks, they look exactly the same.
Now we've got the railing here as well. Guess that's an obvious one.
Just what I was looking for. Perfect.
And then there is this flat bit of rock over here. Let's see if that is also in the painting. Oh, depends what angle we're looking at. This is kind of looks like a flat bit of rock here. Let's have a look again. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a different angle actually from where the person doing the painting was maybe looking a little bit from the left. This could be the flat bit here, or maybe this.
No, it doesn't match.
Heart-shaped rock. Okay, this one over here.
Okay, a lot of rocks over there, and in the painting. But I need some more specific comparison points.
Some more specific comparison points. Oh, the heart-shaped. Maybe this one here. Okay, heart-shaped rock wall. Okay, so that is this point here.
That rock wall. It can't be a coincidence. Wow. Hardly changed at all.
Breathtaking, isn't it, Fräulein?
Beautiful.
It is called the Silberspiegel, our local pride.
Judging from my painting, it wasn't that different 60 years ago. Ma'am, is everything all right?
Yes. It's just that you look very much like the person in the picture, Fräulein.
So, you do know her then, don't you?
Can't say I don't, but it was a very long time ago.
Actually, I've come a very long way to find out about her. I would really like to know who she is, or was. It's very important to me, you see?
And why is that, Fräulein?
For a start, I've lost everything, including people very dear to me. I think you know what that is, right? And the girl in the picture has given me a reason to go on. It might sound strange, but it's like some kind of calling.
I see. By the way, what is your name?
Oh, Walker. Kate Walker.
I am Lenny Renner.
Nice to meet you, Frau Lenny.
Demoiselle, my dear. My legs never did manage to get me to church in time.
Oh, Demoiselle Lenny.
Well, Fräulein Walker, 1937, you say? Ah, that was before the war, when I could still run like the fawn wind. Father was the manager in those days. It was one summer evening that the whole story of your painting began. I remember it like it was yesterday. A group of scientists were staying at the Refuge to prepare for an expedition to some faraway place in the east. They were being trained by a local alpinist who was to guide them. His name was Leon Kubatis. Oh, handsome as a Greek god he was. And an Olympic champion, no less. Very popular with the ladies. And he was lovely to me. Would give me a wink and a smile whenever I served him his beer. "Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny," he would say. In French, if you please. Made me feel like a proper little madam. But then Frau Junta would always shoo me away.
Frau Junta?
Must have been in her mid-20s. But of course, to me, she was an old hag. Past it. And I didn't like the way she bossed my Leon around with that camera of hers. The Refuge was buzzing. Everyone was jolly. And the scientists were there, debating as usual about this and that. A cheerful bunch, really, despite their disputes. Except, that is, for one. Frank Hoss was his name. Preferred his own company. Though I could see, even with my young eyes, he was devious as the devil.
But what about the girl in the picture?
Well, she was there that evening too. She had come to work through the summer. Her name was Dana. Dana Rose. Ah, she was as cute as a button and well-mannered with it. Even father was sweet as a lamb to her.
Take care of the scientist drinks, then go around taking orders. And have a look at the stove while you're at it.
Yes, Herr Gustav.
Will you be alright now, Dana? It's the first busy night since you started, so just ask if there's anything you need to know. Alright, my lovely?
Thank you, Herr Gustav. I'd be grateful if you could give me a few pointers.
Oh, there's not much to it, really. Keep up your smile and the twinkle in your eye. Add that to a bit of friendly banter, and you'll soon have them eating out of your hand, my girl.
But what should I talk about?
For a start, people love to speak about themselves, right? But make sure you have an escape line ready, in case they drag on, or if things become, inappropriate. Especially when they've had one or two too many. So stay on your guard and you'll be fine.
Smile, banter, guard up. Got it.
That's it. Because you don't want old Gustav having to wade in and pull you out of trouble. You hear me, Dana?
Don't worry, Herr Gustav. I'll be fine.
Off you trot then, my lovely. Keep smiling, and you'll have them carrying your tray for you.
I need to serve those drinks to the scientists.
Okay, one spitz and burn, and 2 nebel. Shouldn't be too difficult. Inspect the painting on the table, provide service, prepare and serve the scientist's order. Take orders on the terrace, adjust the stove. So this one here is the optional objective to check out the painting. Let's go and serve these drinks first. Well, let's have a look at... Well, I'll have a look at that in a second. We'll open this up. Yeah, there is some kind of contraption there. But let's grab these drinks. So we do want...
So this is the Spitze.
We do want one of these. And then there's
Here's the Nebel.
half and half. Oh no, sorry, it's 2 of these and then a Bernie Spitzer. So let's grab another one of these.
The keg's empty. I need to change it.
Let's change that in a moment.
Birne, huh?
So we'll grab the half and half first. And I'll change that keg over. So one more of the Nebel. Let's push this to the side. We'll grab this. Switch it around. Get the last pint. And that should do it for the drinks.
That should be it. Let's serve these gentlemen now. What a strange mechanism. It reminds me of the automatons on the musical square.
Some more evidence of Hans Vorarlberg.
No, we'll have to go higher, I'm telling you. But my point is that it's highly improbable that any primate will be able to survive so high up, let alone thrive.
And if they were thriving, we wouldn't be looking for them, would we? I say they've taken to the higher ground, and they only come down to steal livestock and game.
Look out, chaps.
Gentlemen, your drinks?
Ah, good on you, lassie. Horst, make yourself useful and pass these around. First day, is it? Better make a wish then.
All right, I will. I wish you would tell me what all those maps are for.
Ah, that I can grant you. They show all the different locations of an expedition we're planning.
And what about you, gentlemen?
Well, let me introduce you to my dream team. Horst Sauer, talented anthropologist and frequent but worthy pain in the ass, your mother. Rudolf Jäger, distinguished ethnologist. And last but not least, Albert Bauer,
Paleontologist.
And yourself?
Reinhard Berger, biologist.
As Herr Berger says, we're here to train for the Origin expedition.
In return for funding for our own projects back home.
And for the love of science, eh, Horst?
Oh, yes, of course, Herr Berger. I'm sure none of us would be here otherwise, would we?
And what about you, my lovely?
Oh, I'm Dana. I'm working here during the holidays, that's all. I see you haven't come just for the view, then.
Oh no, Fraulein. We're only here for the beer and a pretty smile. That's our trainer out there. Supposed to knock this scraggly lot into shape for the big climb in Baltayar.
Right. And what's that one of, if you don't mind me asking?
That is Baltayar, a remote region in the mountains of northern China. That's where I'll be leading my team in a couple of weeks.
And what's this expedition for?
Well, keep it to yourself, but the code name is Origin. And if I have my way, it will likely change the way we perceive humanity.
I'm curious to know what this Origin expedition is all about, though. If it's not top secret, that is.
Put it this way, Fraulein Dana. If, when, we discover what we're looking for, you will no doubt remember this conversation as your claim to fame. You will tell your grandchildren that you served the Origin team. The team that discovered none other than the missing link of the superior race of humans, the Australopithecus habilis, the direct ancestor of Homo sapiens. Or, more vulgarly put, the abominable snowman.
Oh, I see. Now I get why it's called Origin.
Whatever we find, whatever we call it, it's likely to send shockwaves all through the world of anthropology. It will help us to explain how we evolved from Australopithecus to modern man, and then became...
He's off again. Get him started on anthropology and he's like a bolted horse. I don't think Fraulein Dana wants you to clobber her with your explanations, Horst.
I'm sure it's all very interesting, but I must admit I'm more into the arts myself. Music mostly.
Come, gentlemen, here's to the Brown Shadow for generously sponsoring this expedition, which is sure to redefine our understanding of mankind.
Oh, I see we're fraternizing with the personnel, gentlemen.
Just giving a toast to our generous sponsor, Herr Hurst.
May I remind you that this mission, financed by my party, is confidential? Do you know what that means, Dr. Berger?
Yes, Herr Hurst.
It means, gentlemen, it is strictly forbidden to communicate any details or objectives to anyone outside our circle, let alone to the first waitress to come by twinkling her eyelashes. Fraulein, as soon as you're done here, I suggest you get back to your chores.
What a brute.
That is one of the inconveniences of working with a heavily politicized private sponsor. But he's just doing his job. And I suppose, like anything else in life, there has to be some compromise to get what one desires. So, think nothing of it, Fraulein. It is the way of science. Indeed, it is the way of the world.
Okay. Well, we could make a scene here. I'm going to listen to the advice of the owner and let it go for now, at least.
I suppose it is the way of the world, Herr Berger. Thank you, gentlemen, for telling me about your expedition. But I must get back to work.
Okay, let's check out the other objectives. Now there is a painting down here. The stove is just over here that needs to be fixed. So we'll do that in a second, but let's do the optional objective first and check out these paintings.
Those paintings. I think Herr Gustav wanted me to help him choose the one he should buy. He must have left me a note somewhere.
I do want to check out that piano as well. This looks like the note. Dana, I have a little favour to ask of you. Young Leon, the alpinist, is trying to fob me off with one of his paintings. Does them in his spare time. I grant you that they might not be masterpieces, but they're well painted. At least I can see what they are. And I'd be dead chuffed to hang one up on my wall. Besides, Leon's a decent lad and brings in the customers. So I thought, as your father sells them, and I know sod all, I'd ask you to choose. Thanks for helping, Gustav. Okay, Gustav.
I should take a closer look at those paintings before choosing one.
Waterfall painting seems quite nice. And then we have one here with, looks like a bit of a storm in the valley here. Let's go with the waterfall.
I think I'll pick this one. So glad Herr Gustav likes me to play for the clients. This way at least I won't get rusty.
So we'll head out to the terrace, see if there's any more customers.
Come on, Leon. Show me your energy, your youth. Oh dear, you look more like my old Aunt Helga.
Better not interrupt them. That Frau Junta wasn't exactly friendly earlier with Lenny.
Okay, we'll leave them alone, but I will have a chat with Lenny. So Lenny is the old lady that that Kate's talking to in the later timeline.
Lenny, sweetheart,
Crikey, you nearly made me jump out of my skin.
what have you got there?
Oh, it's a camera lens, that's all.
A camera lens.
Yeah? Borrowed it from Frau Junta?
I've just made her acquaintance. A real charmer, isn't she?
And she never lets me have a go of her gear anyway. I only wanted to help her film something. I bet she's jealous.
Lenny, what's so special about Frau Junta's equipment that makes you want to steal it?
Borrow it.
All right, borrow it.
Can't you see? Who would be interested in Ginger Junta if she didn't have a camera, huh? She's too old for Leon. She uses it so she can be the center of attention, you know.
Is that what you want?
No, not exactly. Besides, there's nothing to do here.
I do understand, Lenny, but...
No, you don't. Feels like a prison here sometimes, all on my own. When I grow up, I'll live at the top of a building in the big city, and I'll have a swimming pool on my roof.
Believe me, I do understand, Lenny. Because of my coughing fits, I've sometimes had to stay in my room for weeks on end. Imagine that. Nothing to see but the same four walls.
Oh, right. Must have been pretty tough, I guess.
That's why I took up the piano. Do you like doing anything special, Lenny?
I suppose I like making stuff with Papa. He's got ever such clever hands, you know. But he's always so busy in the summer.
Let's be friends then, shall we?
You won't tell on me then?
Not now that we're friends.
You promise?
I promise.
No, we can do better.
Let's take a look while we're here.
Another creation of Herr Gustav. I guess he won't mind if I take a quick look.
So we can take a look at the mountain. Zoom in.
Madonna
with
laces.
this. Alright, move across to a different spot. We can zoom in here.
The
take a look.
Silberspiegel. The heart-shaped rock face that gave its name to the refuge.
Oops. Let's take a look at that again. Nope, I don't get that dialogue again. Oh, that's fine. So, let's have a look across. Devil's Peak.
The highest peak in the region. Little Lenny said that it's the keeper of the border with Switzerland, and that it's supposed to feed on the souls of those who have been swept away by the mountain. This path leads to Switzerland. One needs to be guided by an alpinist to go through it, though.
And there should be one more down here.
The Devil Pass starts here. The end of the road for an inexperienced hiker like me, I guess.
Okay, and that is pretty much it.
Leon, dear, do make an effort.
Let's head back inside. We still have a few things to do. Need to fix this stove. So let's inspect the stove, see what we can do here. Take a
I need
look.
to add more wood in the fire.
Okay, okay. Need to add more wood in the fire. Let's open this. And there is a log here, so we'll pop that in.
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
So we do need to get all of these to green, so we need a log on the fire here. We need to do something about this as well.
Looks like there's something wrong with the airflow.
Something wrong with the airflow. Let's take a look around.
Better try another one. Looks all good to me.
That looks all good. Okay. How about up here? This looks a bit wonky.
That one is loose.
Okay, so I'm going to take the valve.
That should fit pretty much anywhere on the stove.
Okay, might place this somewhere else. Let's go back. The others look fine. See what we can find over here.
Looks all good to me.
This side looks good.
This mechanism controls the air intake, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Herr Gustav didn't have time to fix it.
Okay, so maybe we can use the valve here.
The airflow seems right now, but I think the fire is too weak.
Okay, so that has fixed the airflow. We just need to go back and find another log for the fire. There should be one down here. Let's grab that one. And we should check out Dana's diary as well, since we haven't had a look since she's been here.
That's it. I'm done here. I've done all that Herr Gustav told me to do. I'd better go and tell him.
I can help my parents pay for the tuition fees thanks to the summer job I've managed to land at the mountain refuge of Silberspiegel. It was Adam Zimmer, father's friend, who put me in touch with Herr Gustav, the manager of the refuge, who sent me a letter of employment. So my journey begins. Hooray, end of school. The year seemed like a walk in the park compared to the spring concert though. It was so nerve-wracking, so glad it's over. Glad for the break, although already I can't wait for the new year at the Music Academy to begin. Father says I'll have to pay my way now, though. That's why I shall soon be starting my summer job at Herr Gustav's refuge in the Silberspiegel mountain. The pay isn't exactly great, but it will still help toward my studies, and besides, I get full board and lodging and bowlfuls galore of fresh mountain air. Mum doesn't stop lecturing me about how good it will be for my lungs. I suspect she exaggerates my illness, though, as she can keep me under her wing like a mother goose. But I keep it under my hat. This is no time to be upsetting my parents. They have enough on their plate at the moment. First of all, there's the money, or rather, the lack of it. My parents' shop isn't doing as well as it used to, that's for sure. And I can see that my poor old dad, who couldn't put aside so much money as his friend and one-time partner, Herr Zimmer, feels humiliated that I have to work to pay for my studies. And then there's the persecution by the Brown Shadow against my parents and our neighbours. It seems to be getting worse these past weeks. I even overheard my parents whispering about a possible accession to power to this dreadful party. It's all the more worrying as their influence is not only growing in Esterthal, but also all over Europe, and even the world over. I've never really been interested in politics, but one thing I do know is that this can't be good news for anyone. No time to write now, so much to do at the refuge. Tiring, but very interesting. So relieved Herr Gustav is so kind to me. Can't say the same for his daughter, Lenny, though, but maybe we just need time to get to know each other. Soon see. Anyway, better run. New customers arriving for the summer. Quite a little group too, scientists training for an expedition if I understand rightly. And they're coming with their guide and even a famous filmmaker. No rest for the weary. And there's the first order there. She's popped that in the diary. Okay, let's go back and talk to Herr Gustav.
All right.
Fine. No more orders and everyone's served.
That's the go. You handled your first foray pretty well, Dana, my girl, stepping away as you did from anything to do with the Brown Shadow. Keep it up, and we'll all be all right. Hey, Dana?
But what if he...
Just do as you did, and we'll be all right. Good. That's right. Glad you listened to my advice. Just keep doing as I say, and you'll win 'em over every time. So, young lady, you're still off to the academy in the fall, are you not? What you waiting for, then? Get back to your practicing, and play us a nice tune while you're at it.
All right then, I will. Thank you, Herr Gustav.
Play something melodious this time. It'll make a nice change from the military pieces some of the patrons have been requesting of late.
Well, Herr Gustav did a pretty good job repairing that key I broke yesterday.
Leon, what are you doing? I want to catch the light.
Oh, gosh, I hope I haven't...
Bravo! Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo. Bravo.
Clap? How can you clap? Oh? So you like noise, do you? Do you? Well, you should be ashamed! Ashamed, I say! To applaud the music of of a treacherous Polish separatist. Rebel rousing. It's this kind of rebel rousing that puts the poison of Marxist Vaghen ideology in the minds of honest people. And those who partake in its vulgarization are accessories to treason!
You are drunk, Herr Haas.
Out of my way, boy.
Come, Fräulein. Best clear off until the dust settles.
You should have seen me then, Fräulein Walker. I was so young and eager to witness whatever could happen between Dana and Leon. I needed to know, to be included, one way or another.
A blasted fight. That's all I need.
Don't you have some dolls to dress or something?
What a fiasco.
So we can't just walk straight out there.
Lenny, don't. Give them some space, would you?
But we can try and play the piano.
He had it coming.
Not quite as nicely as Dana.
Oh, Lenny. Why don't you leave the piano to those who actually know how to play it, huh?
What's the point? I could never compete with Dana.
Okay, so need to find some way to spy on those two. Let's head upstairs.
So, that's the painting Dana thinks father should buy from Leon. Nice choice.
Let all that you do be done in love. There's the expedition team. Local man Leon Kabatis took a shock slalom men's gold at the Garmisch-Partenkirchen, the Winter Olympics on Saturdays. The two favourites both spectacularly bombed out. Ivar Ballingred of Norway won silver, and Rudi Kranz of Germany the bronze after his compatriot Franz Fneur and then Bertil Presson of Norway both imploded. Kabatis 21 becomes the only Vaghen skier to win an Olympic medal, breaking the national record set by Hans Gartmann in 1932. It means everything. I've been training my whole life for a moment like this, said the unheralded mountain guide from Vaghen. I took a medal in Lake Placid, a bronze, but I always dreamt about the gold medal, and now it's a dream come true. I'm totally blown away. Kabatis follows in the footsteps of Mark Schaffer as the only second national to win a men's Olympic slalom gold. Okay, so this is Leon. That is the Winter Olympics team, not the expedition team, but he did win gold. And that's why he's so famous and getting all those photos taken. Let's have a quick look around here and see if there's anything else. We can have a look at the letters here.
I'm so glad I started this collection of photos. When I grow up, I'll travel all around the world and photograph everywhere I go. When I'm old, the wall will be covered with them. Honestly, Junta is not that good. I'm sure I could do better if only I could practice a bit.
You all right? Yeah, I thought so.
It's just that if I had retaliated, I would have lost my job, you know? Believe me, I came this close to not being able to pay for my studies at the academy after the holidays.
Forget it. He was blind drunk. Won't even remember it come tomorrow. All Gustav could see it wasn't your fault. Besides, you didn't see him after your performance. Ecstatic he was.
There are more and more people like that brute. They don't even bother to hide their hatred anymore. It's like they've been given a mission, or perhaps I should say permission, to abuse people like me, as if Vaghens had suddenly become the scourge of society. And we're powerless to act because if we did, we'd lose our home. My parents, they've become a bundle of nerves. They can't sleep at night. Only last week, our shop window got smashed again, and our neighbors, they couldn't care less, and neither could the authorities. I'm sorry. I've upset you, haven't I?
You've put my own suspicions into words, Fraulein. Because what you say about the Brown Shadow is true, and that's what worries me. I used to think they were just a bunch of cranks in their ridiculous uniforms. But now I can see these lunatics really are serious. Deadly serious.
But you did know who was behind the Origin expedition.
Never gave it much thought, to be honest. Only met Huss and the scientists today. For me, they were no different from any other group I've trained. If I'd have known that, I'd have had second thoughts. Actually, do you know what?
What?
I'm going to stop training them.
Can you do that?
It's still a free country, right? So after a few weeks' notice, I'll be off the hook. At least, I get to spend the summer here with you. Painting.
But I don't paint.
No, you play. I paint. It's my passion. And you can be my muse.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
No. Never.
Hello, you two lovebirds. Everyone's going to bed, so you better come back inside or you'll catch cold, or worse.
And that's how Dana pipped everyone at the post. It only took one look for Leon to fall head over heels in love with her. And it didn't take much for Dana to fall for him. Love at first sight, you might say.